Hello beautiful people, Pink Panthers here, and I am ready to roar. Anyways, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about magic. What is magic? Well, yesterday I did a video about rediscovering your own magic. So it might have been helpful if I would have first talked about what is magic. Well, here I am now. So seriously though, magic, the way I define magic is manipulating energy. So, and our society specifically has demonized really the word manipulation and given it a connotation that is always negative, when that is just not the case. We manipulate things every day. Every conversation that you have is a form of manipulation, because you're trying to direct the conversation in the way that you want it to go. You're trying to get a specific outcome. You're trying to take a path that you think is going to get you to that outcome when you're talking to somebody. And the same thing, we manipulate our energy every day. We use our energy to do things. We use our energy to get up and go to work, most of us. That's a conversation for another day, but so basically I would say that magic is manipulating energy in order to produce a specific result. And a lot of times what it specifically can mean is using your energy to change one thing to something else. So it's basically the same thing as alchemy, which is, if we're gonna get like super basic about it, the theory of alchemy was to use magic to transform one element into gold, a base element into gold. And really, that's really a metaphor for what magic is, because magic is how we can transform, our energy, our reality, what's happening right now, into gold, into what we want it to be, right? So, for example, like yesterday I was talking about art, and anyone who disagrees with me that wrestling isn't an art can suck it. No, I'm just kidding. And if you don't like it, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. But so when you're making art, you're making magic, because you're taking your energy and putting it into something, for example, a canvas, and you're putting your energy into it and your inspiration and your intentions into it, and you're creating something else out of it. So, for those of you who know what's up, that the powers that be tell us the truth in everything that they show to us. And did I say powers that be? If I said powers that be, I meant to say powers that were, because they're not the powers that be anymore. They've lost their power because we as humanity are regaining our power. So I say the powers that were, right? The powers that were, they used the TV to program us. That's why it's called TV programming. Television. Tell lies to your vision. Like they're programming us because, well, I guess here we go, because they want us as their slaves. Right now they are harvesting our energy. They're harvesting our magic, our power, literally our power as electricity. Don't get me going. That's another rabbit hole for another day. But, they're using our power because they know that we're magical. They know how powerful we are. And that's why they're doing everything in their power to use this programming through society, one of the major ways, which is television, to program us so that we, for one, we don't know what our power is anymore. Oh, sorry, this rose bush. So, for one, that we don't know what our power is, they're trying to prevent us from tapping into it. And also, they want us to be afraid of our own power, right? Of our own magic, right? So, you know, one of the ways that they do this is, I'll give an example, is through Disney movies. So in every Disney movie, right, they show us a main character who, you know, they're having some problems, they're having, you know, something they want to overcome, right? I'm just speaking generally, you know, I'm talking about the one second, let me move this. Sorry. So I'm talking about the Disney movies, you know, that, you know, I was born in the 90s, so I'm talking about the ones that I watched growing up. So most of the time they're the protagonist who's having a problem that they need to get through. And the way that they overcome it, like 99% of the time is, if not 100% of the time, is through magic. They tell you in the movies, all you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is believe in yourself, and you can have anything you want, that you are magical. They tell us this. They're telling us the truth here, okay, for one. But here's the trick. Here's how the programming comes into play. Because the thing is they have to, you know, there are certain spiritual laws in the universe, and in order for any being to interfere with another being's free will, which is what they are doing to us, they're interfering with our free will because they're taking away our choices, right? So in order for them to get away with that, because that is like the biggest blessing given to human beings, is that we have free will. We can do whatever the fuck we want, right? So in order to fuck with our free will, what do they have to do? They have to deceive us. By how? They have to tell us the truth. But in telling us the truth doesn't mean that they can't manipulate it, right? They can twist it, and they can, you know, make it, let's just say they can twist it, okay? So, but as long as they're telling us the truth, then they believe that they won't receive karma for basically enslaving us, right? Oh, sorry. Basically enslaving us. So, which is not true, because they're still going to get karma for what they've done. They cannot hide from their karma for what the fuck they've done to this earth and the people and the human beings and the animals and the plants here. They can't, like, you know, don't worry. They will get their, you know, they will receive their karma. You know, and as a person of light, I hope, you know, that they will ascend, you know, and that's the best I can do for good wishes towards, you know, but towards these beings who are manipulating humanity. But anyways, so what I was trying to say was that they believe that they can avoid their karma because they've told us what they're doing to us, and we have seen that what they have said, and we have gone along with it. So technically, you know, we have agreed to it, even though really we haven't, because it's all been manipulated and deceitful. So an example of that, of like what I was talking about, how they would manipulate it, is in Disney movies. You know, like I said, they tell us that we're magical. They tell us that we can do anything that we want to do, which is the truth. But how do they manipulate it? What happens in the first fucking 5 minutes of almost every single fucking Disney movie? Someone, well, it doesn't matter if it's an animal. It doesn't matter that it's an animal, because whenever you're especially, even me now as an adult, everyone does it, but especially children. When you are watching a movie, when you are watching something on television, You are in a trance state. You are literally you're in the same state as hypnosis. You can't hypnotize somebody unless they're in a trance state. And when you're watching TV, you are in a trance state because your conscious mind is basically turned off and it's going directly into your subconscious mind. Okay? So you are in it. You know, you are, I don't know about you guys, but to me, if I'm like into something, like if I'm watching something, you know, because there are times where I have TV going as background noise. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you are entranced. You're like fucking watching The Walking Dead and you're just so excited, you know, to see what's going to happen. You're in it. You're in a trance state. And children, dang it, I should have looked this up. I want to say it's Delta, but I'm not sure. Don't call me 100,000%. I will look it up and put it, you know, in the description for sure. But there is a certain frequency, which is a Hertz frequency, which is also a certain frequency of brain waves that is our brains, human brains, when we are in a trance state. I believe it's delta waves. Again, don't call me. But let's say it's delta, if it's for argument's sake, okay? Children the age 7 and under, they spend the majority of their days in this trance state, in delta waves. Their brains are in delta waves. It's also the same state that your brain is in when at the time between right before, like when you're going to bed, but before you fall asleep. But that state where you're super relaxed, where you're about to fall asleep, that's the same delta waves. That's the same trance state. And human beings, we get into trance states every single day. When you're listening to music and you're really feeling the music and into the music, you're in a trance state. Just like when you're dancing and you're gone into the music. You're in a trance state. When you're driving, you drive for an hour sometimes and you get to your destination and you think, how the fuck did I even get here? I don't even remember the drive here. But I know I got here, and that's because you're in a trance state. So when our brains are in these delta waves, right? We are easily hypnotized because our subconscious mind is just open to receive anything without the conscious mind having to filter it first, because that's what our conscious mind is for, is to filter everything and give it a place before it goes into the subconscious mind. Right? So say you're a little child and you're already, say you're a 6-year-old kid and you're watching Disney movies. I know for me, I was watching Disney movies at 6 years old, right? At that stage in my life, I was, basically fully in a trance state and easily hypnotized. I put on a Disney movie, and what's the first fucking 5 minutes I see? Somebody gets murdered. I'm in that. It's like it's happening to me because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a thought and reality. It doesn't fucking know. If you think of an ice cream cone in your hand, if I picture an ice cream cone in my hand right now, and I picture it, it's pink, it's strawberry, it's dripping down because it's hot outside. My subconscious mind accepts that as truth, as reality. I might even start feeling the stickiness going down my hand even though it's not there, because my unconscious mind is sending signals in my brain to my body to feel sensations. That's how your subconscious mind works. Right? So if you're a kid and you're getting traumatized in this movie, you're literally seeing a murder, right? And then later on in the movie, it goes on to tell you how you're so magical and you can have everything you want. but they've already traumatized you. They've already got you in a state where like your heart's been hurt, you know? And so that's the thing. If your heart's been hurt like that, you can't fully believe in yourself. So when they say these things, oh, just believe in the magic of your heart and you can have anything you want, your brain, your subconscious mind is already shutting that down and saying, that's not real. That's not real, bro. I just saw what fucking death is. So this isn't, so obviously magic isn't real because death is all around us. Right? But that's the thing though. That's the most important part about magic, because you can learn theoretically how to manipulate energy. You know, a lot of times for me, you know, because I'm a Naruto fan, I use Sage Mode, which if anybody is not a Naruto nerd like me, then you don't know. But Sage Mode is basically when you absorb chakra or energy from nature, and then you can use it to, you know, you bring it inside your body, and then you can use it to do kick-ass jutsu and, you know, make your jutsu stronger and shit. So a lot of time, you know, what I will do is when I'm driving down the road, I will use my right hand, because, you know, your right hand is the one that, in this case, is receiving energy. You know, and I can feel it when I do that. I can feel the energy flowing into my hand. And I will say, for example, this green grass over here. Green is the color of the heart chakra, which is all about love. So I will say, you know, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, that I'm absorbing this green energy of love through this grass. I'm receiving the energy of love through this grass. And I will feel it coming into me. And then you use your left hand to release energy. And I will say, I am releasing fear. And, you know, sometimes I might have to sing or dance, you know, to get that negative energy out easier. You know, I'm just talking about, you know, my own personal magical practices that I practice regularly, that I've found to be helpful to me throughout my journey, you know. And if, you know, maybe that's not helpful for you, or, you know, maybe you'll find a different version of that. And, you know, I hope you do. You know, I hope that you find your own special magic like I was talking about yesterday. But I was just giving an example. But see, the most important part of that is the believing. I know that Mother Earth Gaia here has such an abundant and energy storage of love. I know that anytime I need to receive more love, all I have to do is think it, and I will receive that energy. Sometimes after I receive that energy, I will place my hands on myself and envision that energy flowing into, you know, certain areas of my body or certain chakras that I want to heal. Maybe I want to work on my heart chakra, and I will put that healing energy on my heart chakra and feel and believe that, you know, whatever I'm going through at that moment, you know, or whatever, you know, maybe something's been there for a long time and I want to heal that, you know. I believe it, and it is so. It's just like Halloween Town, man. Like, you know, what does she say? Agatha Cromwell, she says, magic is really very simple. All you have to do is want something and let yourself have it. And that's the truth. And, you know, a big part of that is reprogramming your subconscious mind, because let me tell you, they've done a hell of a fucking job programming our minds since the day we were born, since we were children, programming our subconscious minds to believe that magic isn't real, that we're powerless, we can't do anything, and that's fucking bullshit, and it's a fucking lie because they're afraid of us. They're afraid of our power. And I promise you, if you put in the work, because, you know, when I first started this journey, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could change, you know, my circumstances. When I started this journey, I had been an alcoholic for 10 years. And I had been a drug addict for several years of that as well. And I had been addicted to cigarettes for even longer. And, you know, things happened, and, you know, I quit drinking alcohol. And it was very hard. And, you know, because at the time, I was doing those things to numb myself from all of the pain that I had felt. You know, I wasn't ready to face that pain. So I was doing everything I could to numb it. And I didn't believe in myself, really. You know, I had someone in my life who told me that I was better than that. You know, and they know who they are. And I didn't see it in myself at the time. But I'm so grateful now that they saw that and that they told me that. And, you know, sometimes it does take seeing, you know, having someone else, having a loved one, you know, or just someone else in general, you know, saying, I believe in you. So if no one else has told you lately, or if you've never heard it before, I want to tell you, I believe in you. I know that you are magical. I know that you have, these two have powers beyond belief. I know that you have powers beyond belief. I know that, that you are capable of so much more than even you're aware of. If I had, you know, at that time when I stopped drinking alcohol, I couldn't picture what a healthy place I would be in now. If somebody had shown me myself now to that version of me, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed I could get here. You know, I'm definitely not saying that I'm perfect by any means, you know, and I intend and plan on growing every single day and getting better every single day, you know, but I am proud of myself, and I've come a long way. And, you know, no matter what these fucking powers that were try to do to us, they can't keep us down. The human spirit is too strong. The human soul is too powerful. And we are too fucking magical. And, you know, you're too magical to keep playing small. Think about what are your greatest dreams and desires for your life? If you could imagine your life, what is your dream home, your dream place to live in? What's your dream job? What's your dream family look like? What's your dream self look like? You know, what would the best version of you be doing every day? You know, would they be doing yoga like me? You know, the best version of me is doing yoga every day. I'm not saying I do, but that's my goal. You know what I mean? And I'm getting there. You know, my best version of me is singing every day. My best version of me is doing something creative every day. You know, and that's part of my magic. You know, that's part of what makes me special, because that's what makes my heart happy. You know, it's like fucking Peter Pan, Tinkerbell. Think of a happy thought, any happy little thought, and you can fly. I do believe that the original human beings had wings and that we were able to fly. That's another rabbit hole for another day. But, yeah, so I hope I didn't get too off track with this because I was trying to talk about what magic is. But really, magic is you. You are magical. Magic is your energy. Magic is using your energy to take something ugly and make it beautiful, to take something negative and make it positive. And you have the power to do that every single day. And I fucking love you and I fucking believe in you. Have a great day. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I'm going to link a couple of songs in the description box of just songs that I listen to when I'm when I'm having a hard time believing in myself. And if these songs that I'm linking don't make you fucking believe in yourself, then nothing else will. I'm just kidding, but seriously, listen to them though.